This week we have been looking at planners and how to keep organised, and I wanted to share with you one of the main tools that I use to keep organised, and that is Trello. I'm going to look at a few different ways that I use it, but today I'm going to look at how I use it for onboarding a student. Okay, so let me just move this here like that and there. Okay, so this is my student. Here's what Trello looks like as an overview, all my different boards. Okay, and I just go on here all the time, and I'm going to look at this one here, student onboarding. Okay, so you have an inquiry from a student and you add a card here. So let's take it that it's this guy here, David Norris. So David Norris is the father or the parent who makes the inquiry. Okay, so let's take it there and we add that there. So that is there, and then we can turn to the back of the card and we'll see that we've got the student name, the parent name, and any other notes. So we can grades already, the level that they're looking at. So the parent name, John, blah, blah. And the student name is David. We'll say that, and then you put their email address here, the grades already got, whatever, okay? And anything else that they tell you on their initial email or their initial phone call with you. And that just saves like that there, okay? Now, the way Trello works is you move everything from left to right, and it's going through a process, and that's why I love it so much. So we take David with all his notes there, and we bring him over to this bit here. So we've contacted. Have we contacted him? Have we sent back an email back? Okay, so here we keep a copy of an email that we're going to send out, a kind of standard one. Hi there, thanks for the email. Great to hear that you're interested in my tutoring your son, Steve Jr. Here's a link to my website. Here's a link to my calendar. Make an appointment for a 15-minute consultation and we can talk through how best to proceed. Look forward to hearing back from you, blah, blah, blah. So I would just edit that and I just copy and paste and I put it into an email and I change the details of the name and the way I work, etc. Okay. So I would keep that there until I hear back from them. And then once I hear back from them, I would move them along. If they want to work with me, I would move them along to this diagnostic session. If I haven't heard from them within 5 days or a week or whenever it is whatever time you think, 3 days, 4 days, depends how busy you are, you would maybe move them along there and you would send them this kind of email. I emailed you a couple of days ago, haven't heard back. I know how busy life can be, just wanted to reach back out to you, check if you're still interested. A few spaces left, filling up fast. Here's a link to my calendar again, and just click on it and make an appointment. Okay, so I send that out, and I would sit, David's card would sit there until I hear back. If I don't hear back at all, and it's dead, I would just archive it. But here's the beauty of it. I can put a due date on this, So I want to hear the follow-up email I sent today, which is the 8th, and I'm going to give them 3 days, Tuesday the 12th. If I've not heard back from them, then I would just archive the card. But you can see there that on the card now I have a reminder, a date, a deadline is the word I'm looking for. You can attach things. So if there was an email, you can even send an email to this, which is super clever. And you can make, let me show you how to do this. Checklist. Copy items from Mrs. Brown to do. Let's add that in. Call, phone back, email. They're so clever, it's just so good. I can add a label, family, Don't know what that means, but you know, and we can add that. So that every card looks different. You know, like say a good way to look at that, the card turns green would probably be GCSE. What is it? GCSE or A level, say. So I'm going to take that family one off. And so that's a GCSE. If you teach more than one subject, you would, so it's a GCSE inquiry. That wee card's now gone green. You see that? So then I hear back from the father to say that, yeah, they're keen and they've made an appointment, and I'm going to make up, I'm going to have a list of things that I want to go through there on my diagnostic session. I would add, you know, when is the actual appointment? I would put that there. And then I would move along here. Okay. And there's my proposal letter, and I would keep a copy of that there, send that out. And then there's my agreement, my proposal letter, all of these things that you want back. You want your contract signed before you start working with them. Are you waiting for that? Blah, blah. And then have you invoiced them for the amount of sessions that you want paid for up front? That sits there until you've been paid. And then you send your welcome packet, etc. there. And I've got that a sort of link to that there on my Google Drive. And then once I've sent that out, they become my active clients. Okay, pretty good. Ask me any questions.